Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a nice day to all who watch our video, uh, especially our lecturer is who is currently perform Haji in Mecca, Associate Professor T.S. Dr. Muhammad Haji Matno. Inshallah, with a safe journey, we will be conducting a project-based learning presentation at the end of our semester entitled Designing and Developing New Automobile Assembly Line of Perodua Volta EV for course BVA 3043 Asset and Inventory Management. We continue to our slides. This is our group of 4 students. The first is AHMAD AZRIE bin AHMAD No. The second is ZAIHAN bin SAHAK. The third is BAIHAQI FITRI bin BAHARUDDIN. And the last is me, HAZRI bin KHAIZAN. We proceed to the flow of content, which is involve the order of the work we do, which start with me, which is background and introduction. Next is methodology. Next is results. After that, discussion, and the lastly is conclusion and reference. This is me, HAZRI bin KHAIZAN. Number metric is VB21009. I will present my section, which is background and introduction. Next, we go through point of background. The Perodua means perusahaan otomobil kedua, is Malaysia's second largest domestic manufacturer. The main site in Serenda and Rawang Selangor. The normal plan always reach 300,000 units in production of car, and the factory process is stamping, welding, painting, and lastly assembly. The Perodua launched EV planning in 2022 and confirmed only 5% of nations will use this electric car by 2030. Now the project manager has devised multiple strategies. Now is the
Assalamualaikum. My name is BAIHAQI FITRI bin BAHARUDDIN, VB21010. For today, I will explain my part, which is methodology in our projects. The definition of methodology: a set of guidelines, instruments, and methods known as project management methodology are used to organize, carry out, and manage projects. You need to learn about project management methodologies to choose which one work the best, since some of them are better suited to specific industries or project. This means methodology is very important before we do our project or plans. The first method that we use in our methodology is Kanban method. Called Kanban is used to define, oversee, and enhance service that deliver knowledge work, visualize your work, increase productivity, and continuously get better. So Kanban is very popular method that invented in Japan. So in this method, we use 3 steps, which is to do, in progress, done. So in to do step, There are techniques to determine what work must be done, and in progress, we record work that is being done, and when the step is in finalized, so we call it done step. So that guarantee the task is done in our schedule. And the second step we use in our methodology is Lean method. So Lean method is a collection of practices and principles targeted and streamlining corporate processes. Lean methodology seeks to provide as much value to the client as possible while also cultivating an efficient workplace that values respect and teamwork. So why we use the method? Because there are seven reasons why we use this method. So first reason is get rid of waste, and second is create quality, develop knowledge, delay your commitment and delivery quickly, respecting others, and enhance the overall. So that's why we think lean method is one of the important step that we can use for our projects. The next step that we use is Six Sigma method. Six Sigma practitioner increase company function and quality control, focus managerial strategy that aim to increase performance by getting rid of waste and error while promoting job standardization. Have well-defined data collecting goals such as specifying the data to be collected, guarantee for the data collection, the expected insight collecting, measurement accuracy, and implementing standardized data collection method. So we use a method that is very popular in Six Sigma. I will explain our method in the next slides. So this is the method that we use in Six Sigma. We call it DMAEC, or D for define, M for measure, A for analyze, I for improve, and C for control. So if you can see in the image, so define is we define the problem and then we measure the quantify the problem, and then we analyze what we can do or we can how to solve the problem. So if we find a solution to solve the problem, we improve the problem and make a new style, and then we control so we don't get any more problems. So the next method that we use is just-in-time method. Using just-in-time, or we known as JIT inventory system, we can place order for inventory component that are directly in line with production schedule. JIT manufacturing technique reduce inventory costs since we accrue supplies and piece as needed for production, rather than paying storage fees in a just-in-time system. You order only what you need, eliminate the risk of stockpiling in usable good. So just in time can minimize waste, and at the same time we can maximize our profit. Uh, so every production will be clear out of the item we have before before the item is going to be the unusable good and waste our money and time. Data collection method is one of our methodology that we use in our project. Method of data collecting are approach and procedure used to acquire information for research objective. Survey, interview, observation, focus group experiment, and screening data analysis all are typical data collection method. So we use the data collection method for our plants. That we get it from our friend that works in Mitsubishi at Kampang. So why we use the method is first to determine the quality and accuracy of the data collected. Second, assure that the data is relevant, valid, and trustworthy. And third is aid in reducing bias and increase sample representative, and making educate decision and drawing appropriate conclusion and conclusion critical. Design method. The key to design methodology is finding the best solution for each design situation, whether in industrial design, architecture, or technology. Design methodology also employ basic research methods such as analysis, testing. The evolution of design approach has been strongly linked to precision for a systematic design process. We use this design method to design our plant in our new manufacture. Design method is very important to emphasize and implement if there's something wrong with our plant designs. And the last method that we use in our project, which is automation robotic method. Automation has been accomplished by a variety of methods, including mechanical, hydraulic, pneumatic, electrical, electronic, and computer system, frequently in conjunction. Automation benefits including labor saving, waste reduction, electricity cost reduction, material cost saving, and quality, accuracy, and precision increases. So in our plant or in our project, we decide to use 4 automation robotic, which is phase automation, integrated automation, flexible automation, and programmable automation. So this is very suitable for our plant and electric vehicle. So that's all from my part in methodology. Thank you for listening and watching.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nazirul AZRIE bin Ahmad No, matric ID VB21006. I will continue about results. The successful implementation of an assembly line for Perodua Volta EV production requires effective asset management, which involves tracking and maintaining the assets used in the production process. A well-planned asset management strategy can help optimize the production process, reduce downtime, and improve overall efficiency. This, in turn, can have a positive impact on the results of the project. One of the key aspects of the project's results is the total cost of the assembly line. The total cost of the project should include all the expenses associated with setting up the assembly line, including the cost of equipment, machinery, tools, software, and labor. Jadi untuk total cost ini, dia merangkumi segala equipment, machinery, tools, software, dan labor. Additionally, the cost of implementing an asset management system should also be considered, including the cost of asset tagging, tracking software, and maintenance service. Ia termasuk dengan asset tagging, termasuk juga dengan tracking software. Inilah untuk asset tagging, dan juga maintenance service. By accurately estimating the total cost of the project, stakeholders can make informed decisions about resource allocation and ensure that the project remains within budget. Jadi dengan adanya total cost ni, company dapat mengawal kos dan memastikan ia berada dalam bajet yang ditetapkan. Okey, ini adalah jadual total cost yang merangkumi keseluruhan equipment atau mesin, iaitu jadual ini mempunyai kuantiti, cost per unit dan juga total cost. Jadi bila kita total semua sekali, ia bernilai RM 257,942 Next, Perodua Volta EV assembly line implementation requires significant equipment and personal investment. The cable hose costs RM450 and the conveyor costs RM35 million, totaling over $257 million for the listed equipment. However, assembly lines improve production efficiency, quality, and standardization. Jadi assembly lines ni dia akan improve production efficiency, quality, dan juga standardization lah. Robotic arms and conveyors yang kita beli can boost productivity and reduce errors, dan juga shower test yang kita beli can also boost product quality and customer satisfaction. An assembly line for Perodua Volta EV production and asset management can increase efficiency, quality, and customer satisfaction. resulting in a high return on investment. Jadi return on investment ni saya akan menerangkan kemudian. Next, I will explain about assembly line layout. Another important result of the project is the assembly line layout. The layout of the assembly line can impact the efficiency of the production process, affecting throughput, cycle time, and lead time. A well-designed layout can help reduce the risk of bottlenecks, minimize the distance traveled by workers and materials, and optimize the use of space. By designing an optimal assembly line layout, stakeholders can improve productivity and reduce production costs. Jadi dengan adanya assembly line layout, okay, kita dapat mengurangkan risiko bottlenecks. Lepas tu kita dapat minimizekan the distance traveled by workers dan materials, and optimize the use of space. Jadi pekerja tidak perlu bergerak jauh ataupun menggunakan tenaga yang banyak untuk berjalan, dan juga bila company kami dapat design assembly layout yang optimum, okay, stakeholders can improve productivity and reduce production cost. Baik, saya teruskan dengan assembly line layout. Jadi inilah layout yang company kami cipta. Okey, ia bermula dari paint shop dan juga ia akan melalui proses trim. Okey, di sini mempunyai 7 trim, 7 bahagian chassis, 5 bahagian final dan juga 3 test line. Okey, ia termasuk juga laluan di tengah untuk masukkan barang, okay, supply untuk disalurkan kepada trim warehouse, chassis warehouse, final warehouse dan juga test line warehouse. Jadi untuk trim, ia merangkumi alignment, motor installing, harness, inside body, name and logo stamping, okay, absorber, head lining dan juga ECU lah. Okey. Seterusnya bahagian chassis kita akan masuk bahagian exhaust, okey. Okey, lower arm, motor, electric motor lifting, tank installation, tire, meter panel, brake system dan sebagainya. Okey, seterusnya ia akan masuk ke final line, iaitu kita masuk juga bahagian wire, okay, windshield, seat, motor console, kita pasang pintu, brake bleeding, okay, charging station, charging pun perlu juga, okay, kita charging kereta elektrik tersebut lah, dan juga door adjustment. Seterusnya test line. Test line yang pertama kita akan lakukan ujian bumping test. Test line kedua kita akan buat ujian alignment dan juga headlamp adjustment, dan test line ketiga kita akan lakukan ujian speed test. Jadi pada setiap bahagian ia mempunyai checkman, iaitu trim checkman, chassis checkman, final checkman dan juga test line checkman. Okay, seterusnya, in manufacturing, assembly line layout is crucial to production efficiency and productivity. A well-designed assembly line can improve quality, speed, material handling, and manufacturing costs. A well-designed assembly line reduces material handling, transportation, and assembly time by reducing workstation distance. This can boost production and reduce assembly bottlenecks. Dan okay, untuk bahagian ni kita perlu mencipta assembly line yang betul-betul produktif lah, supaya ianya lancar. Okay, dari segi handling, material handling, transportation, okay, dan juga dapat mengurangkan masa assembly, okay, dengan mengurangkan workstation distance. Jadi line assembly ni kita cipta tidak terlalu jauh, dan juga tidak terlalu rapat. Okay, ini akan boost production dan juga akan reduce assembly bottlenecks. Okay, bottlenecks ni memang kita nak elakkan lah. Seterusnya, an efficient assembly line layout can also reduce manufacturing waste by reducing worker movement, inventory and machine downtime. The manufacturer may save money and increase profits. Jadi assembly line ni dia akan reduce manufacturing waste, okay, by reducing worker movement, okay, dan juga ia akan mengurangkan cost dan juga increase profits lah. Okay, next I will explain about return on investment. Finally, the return on investment, ROI, is a crucial result of the project. ROI measures the efficiency of the project by comparing the cost of investment to gain from investment. Jadi untuk mendapatkan ROI ni kita perlu mengira. Okay, yang pertama sekali cost of investment iaitu aset yang kita beli, equipment yang kita beli, machines dan sebagainya, dan juga kita akan calculate dengan gain from investment. Maknanya ROI ni kita akan dapat tahu sama ada kita untung atau rugi. In the case of the assembly line and asset management system, the gain from investment is the revenue generated from the production of Perodua Volta EVs. The ROI can help stakeholders determine whether the project is profitable and whether the investment in the assembly line is worthwhile. Okay, a positive ROI indicates that the project has been successful and is generating value from the stakeholders. ROI is a financial metric that measures the profitability of an investment. It is expressed as a percentage and is calculated by dividing the net profit of an investment by its initial cost. The net profit is calculated by subtracting the initial cost of the investment from the total return generated by the investment. The formula for calculating ROI is equal to gain from investment minus cost of investment divided by cost of investment times 100%. In this formula, the gain from investment refers to the profit or return earned from the investment, while the cost of investment refers to the total cost of the investment, including all expenses such as purchasing, operating and maintaining the asset or investment. Jadi gain from investment ni kita merujuk kepada keuntungan, okay, profit atau return yang kita dapat dari investment, dan juga cost investment macam saya terangkan tadi, ia merujuk kepada total yang kita invest. Contohnya kita purchase asset, machine, equipment, operating, maintenance dan sebagainya. Next, I will present to you about return on investment calculation of Perodua Volta EV using the formula that I have explained to you earlier. So 1 unit of Perodua Volta EV is equal to 75,000 ringgit. So for the estimated production for 1 day is 15 units. For the first month is 390 units. For the 6 month, for first 6 month, 2,340 units. For 5 years is 23,400 units. So for the gain from investment, we estimated for profit for 1 day is 1,125,000 ringgit. For the first month, 29,250,000 ringgit. For first 6 months, 175,500,000 ringgit. For 5 years, we estimated 1,755,000,000 ringgit. Okay, this is the cost of investment we have calculated for 5 years. Okay, this is consist total of purchasing cost, which is 257,178,942 ringgit. Total of operating cost, including labor, utilities, facilities, and etc. Okay, 15,100,000 ringgit. Total of maintenance cost, 4,756,000 ringgit. So for the total of cost of investment is 277,034,942 ringgit Malaysia. So we have calculated the ROI. Therefore, the ROI for this investment is 534%. This means that for every 1 ringgit invested, there was a gain of 5 ringgit and 34 cents. Okay, it indicates a highly profitable investment. Okay, for the production estimates for the first 6 months and 5 years indicate that there is a high demand for electric cars in Malaysia, and Perodua is taking the right step in investing in this market. Moreover, the government incentives and initiatives to promote sustainable transportation in the country make investing in electric cars an excellent choice. Thus, our company, it is highly recommended and that investors consider investing in the Perodua Volta EV. Jadi, berkenaan dengan pengiraan dari return on investment, kami dapat menjangkakan bahawa company kami akan menjadi highly profitable. Okey, sekian saja daripada saya. Seterusnya saya serahkan kepada Muhammad ZAIHAN bin SAHAK untuk menerangkan tajuk seterusnya. Sekian, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.
Thank you to my friend Nazirul for his presentation just now. Before we go further, my name is Muhammad ZAIHAN bin SAHAK, VB21007. I will continue the next presentation. So let's go to the topic to be discussed, which is the discussion session. So, designing and developing a new car assembly line to produce new electric vehicle by the end of 2024 is a project given to the project manager by Perodua Manufacturing to produce an automobile assembly line that can increase the quantity of vehicle production while also improving the quality to an optimal level. Company principle, which is to design, develop, and construct an inexpensive and dependable automobile that fulfill the demand and preference of Malaysian customers. Priority in this project is given to critical assets that must be utilized to begin the installation process of electric car. And as assigned to me as a project manager by Perodua Manufacturing is to create one assembly line for the production of electric car. So we need to create an assembly line that meets the company requirement, which is to design, develop, and build cheap and reliable car that meets the demands and preference of Malaysian customer. In order to realize this dream, I have given priority to critical assets that need to be purchased. So, commissioning of the asset must also be acquired from other parties such as Dodge under the Factory and Machinery Act 1967. This is done to ensure that the project is completed on time, that no loss are incurred as a result of project delay, that the customer expectations are met promptly, and the newest vehicle model is launched instantly. Most importantly, that the defects in the assembly line are identified, repaired, and made an improvement. Once the asset is installed, we need to get approval from the authorities such as Dodge and others. After getting approval, then we are allowed to operate. Otherwise, we have to repair the deficiency we have created so that the project is completed in the year that has been set. So 4.1 asset to be bought and asset specification. Purchase assets such as robot, conveyor and equipment that must be present in the vehicle assembly line are underlined. There are various critical aspects to be considered. This covers the kind of vehicle to be produced, the size and the scale of the assembly facility, the estimate output, and the company budget. Will be certain alteration and extra equipment to optimize the job and also launch the assembly line flow. Conveyor system, battery charging, machine, arm robot, and other equipment used to assemble different vehicle components are example of assembly line equipment. Why do we say there are various critical aspects to consider? This is because we need to buy robot and other sophisticated equipment so that there are no interruption during the vehicle assembly process. So material handling equipment such as forklift, reach truck, crane, pallet hydraulic jet, and other gear used to transport throughout the assembly facility is critical. This maintenance and repair equipment is particularly critical for repairing automobiles that have flaws and must be corrected so that the product quality is not compromised. In addition, material handling such as forklift and so on are also given importance. This is because it is important for smooth operation in production. We also list important equipment to carry out important work such as repairing cars or doing maintenance. Even though it's expensive, quality should be our priority. So total cost. The whole cost of planning and creating new production line for a new electric car is quite expensive. Total cost is critical in many aspects of project management, including not just project but also many other aspects of management. This is due to the fact that it enables stakeholders to plan spending rate, prevent loss from occurring, and get insight into project success by comparing overall project expense to budget and timetables. Total cost will include all expense related to the construction of the production line and the operation of the assembly line, including site preparation, purchase of all equipment, labor costs, material costs, marketing and advertising costs, regulatory costs, and financing costs. Can be explained here. The total cost spent by Perodua Manufacturing to create a new assembly line for the production of electric vehicle. It costs a lot of money, but in order to respond to the government's call for green energy, this is the best step. So, consider to the total cost of critical equipment to be purchased and used in the assembly line. Choose branded tools, machine and other equipments. Although expensive, it offers quality comparable to its brand. So 4.3, this is a new assembly layout. This new vehicle manufacturing line idea needs extensive investigation. Several factors we consider, including the location of the site, suitable machine robots, equipment for assembly, as well as the estimated vehicle production on the production line within a day, plus more. All study has been conducted by closely watching prior automotive manufacturing line that create vehicles such as the Perodua Activa, Myvi, Arus, and Azia. One car assembly line has been separated into 3 divisions or departments that have various work procedures but yet fall under the same scope of work, which is the assembling of vehicle component. Trim, chassis, and final are 3 departments that are in the assembly line. Can be explained here. We did a preliminary study on the assembly line before and made further improvements since the next assembly line will switch to electric vehicle assembly. For them to create this assembly line for the electric vehicle, we emphasize several things such as production capacity, in a day, layout and flow, ergonomic and worker safety, automation and robotics, supply chain management, quality control and testing, training and skill development, uh, and continuous improvement, and many more. The following is the new assembly layout for the electric vehicle assembly line. There are several departments in this production, including trim, chassis, and final. These three are the assembly department, which while the test line department is the department under quality control. Uh, The work process in the trim department of a Perodua assembly line factory typically involve the following steps, such as a vehicle arrival, interior component installation, electrical system integration, and many more. While other work process in the chassis department, example are frame preparation, suspension and steering, uh, brake system installation, drivetrain assembly, exhaust system installation, and many more. And the lastly is the final installation process in the final department. The work process in the final department of a product assembly line factory, also known as the final assembly department or the finishing department, typically involve the following steps, such as electrical system verification, fluid check, well alignment, testing and quality control, final inspection, and the last is documentation and verification. 4.4 Return on Investment. Return on investment, or ROI, is a method utilized while executing a new assembly line project for a new electric manufactured by Perodua Manufacturing. Give a quick and easy way to assess an investment profitability and financial success. ROI simply needs basic financial information, which is why it is considered that the cost is easy to calculate, use, and comprehend. ROI may assist analyze the company's assets by tracking investment ROI from time to time according to the firm investment. Decision maker can review investment performance and make modification if a project to be carried out can provide the company significant profit. So in this discussion, it's also been stated how ROI is used along with the formula to determine the company profit as a result of the investment made. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the formula is used by us to determine the return on investment in the company. So if you want more about ROI, you can see in the section detail that presented by Nazirul AZRIE. So lastly is a conclusion. To conclude, the objective is usually to improve efficiency, productivity, and quality in the manufacturing process. For instance, the assembly line must be designed specific of EV vehicle like battery packs, electric motor, and charging system than those traditional vehicle. Moreover, EV assembly line may require a specialized skill and training for assembly line workers. Overall, develop new assembly line EV require a truthful approach that testing and optimization possible to create an efficient and effective assembly line that produce high quality EV. So that's all from us. Thank you for watching our video. Till we meet again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.